Hey everyone. Um, I'm here with my brother E-Rock X. Hey E-Rock, before we get to our little discussion, and it's just gonna be real quick, no longer than 20, 30 minutes at most. Introduce yourself and let them know where they could find you.
Hey man, it's Erock X. You can check out the Erock X channel. A lot of gameplay videos and talk about what's going on in the gaming world. And let's get going on, man. Because Unlimited, he got a. It's Thursday. It's Wednesday night. It's time to lay pipe. So I
You,
gotta get. I gotta get him up out of here.
hey, you already know what's up. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
That's why we're being quick. But you know what, E-Rock, the reason why I want to talk to you real quick and do this live is that it's crazy how month it seems like every month Xbox finds a new way to break the gaming community, right? But
Mm-hmm.
and January, it's weird because it feels like January where Phil Spencer put out the Activision tweet was a lifetime ago, and here we are June. We're not even halfway through the year, and Xbox has once again broken the gaming world. And this time it's a little different because one of the most well established publishers in our lifetime is being treated as if there's some I, I don't I always like my sports analogies, like there's some fluky team who won the Super Bowl, a
Mm-hmm.
team that had no that nobody saw coming. It's not like the Golden State Warriors or New England Patriots type team winning, right?
Yep.
This feels like the year the Giants won the Super Bowl back in like 2007 when nobody saw that shit coming, right?
Uh-huh.
Where
Uh-huh.
where somehow, some way, Bethesda of all companies is being treated as they can't make games all of a sudden, and it's hilarious because right before we went live, you said it perfectly, and I'm gonna let you speak on it in a second. But for me, this is just another in the long line of insanity that this gaming community has turned to because it's because gaming is still great. I don't care what anyone says. When I'm at home chilling on my Xbox, I'm having the time of my life playing these games. That's why I do something called post up gameplay, something that
Mm-hmm.
you also do, right? Because that's what I like. I love watching people's gameplay stuff. I mean, do you know how many games Erock got me into just from posting gameplay of Lost in Random off the top of my head? I ended up buying because of you.
Great
And
game.
yeah, it is. And the reason why I say all that is because ever since Sunday, and it's only been 3 days, and it's already just out of this world, out of control. Starfield is being treated like the next disaster. I've even seen, I kid you not, a headline saying Starfield is doomed to fail. Starfield from Bethesda is doomed to fail. And Iraq, remind me, what what was that game in 2011 that by the way after 11 12 years is back in the top 10 in sales?
People are still playing Skyrim, and unbelievably, I think it was you. Did you put a clip in the chat that this game is still selling?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Madness, madness. So that just
Hmm.
shows you the strength of Bethesda, the brand. They got I never had any interest in playing Fallout 6 because I mean Fallout 76
Yeah,
because it looks like it's too dense of an
yeah,
RPG.
yeah,
But the new DLC coming out for Fallout 76 looks great. And
yeah.
it's got me thinking maybe I should try Fallout 76, which is free on Game Pass.
Hmm.
These guys, the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, these guys have a pedigree only rivaled by maybe Rockstar. And,
Yes.
and listen. Let's just get to brass tacks. Let's cut through all the bullshit. This is about it's exclusive to Xbox. That's it.
Yep.
Nothing else. Nothing else. If
Hmm.
it was on PlayStation, these guys would be hyping it up, saying how Xbox needs to get an outer space RPG, and we know this. And all these guys in the media on PC gaming and all these websites, they telling themselves.
Yeah.
They Dreamcast guy, they all telling themselves. They hate Xbox so much, unlimited production, that they want to
Hmm.
see Bethesda, a brand that they once loved, they want to see them now fail. That's
Yeah.
how pathetic these fucking dudes are, man.
And it is so sad, and it's funny because Erock, man, I've never seen a game 3 days after it showed its gameplay be people are they're trying to sabotage this game hard. It's funny. What? Oh yeah, this is what I had on mind, Erock. It hit me how out of touch the gaming media is, because this one I'm putting on the gaming media more than I am the PlayStation fans and all that shit, because they're gonna hate it anyway. The PlayStation guys are gonna hate it
Oh,
regardless.
definitely.
Yeah, that was they were. I mean, to give you an example, that J Dub dude, right? One minute he's bitching about the thousand planets, then the next one when Todd Howard said that the main story alone will take about 40 to 50 hours. Next thing you're saying, oh, I thought the game had 1,000 planets. Well, isn't this game supposed to be their most ambitious? So they're gonna hate it no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So they're relevant in this conversation. I'm talking to the gaming media, the IGNs, the Kotakus, PCGamer.com, and everything else in between, right? because because they, in my view, if you're supposed to be a journalist, you're supposed to have some form of what, Iraq, integrity, right?
Eh, eh,
There's a term called journalistic integrity.
yes,
Am I right? Am
yes.
I wrong?
You're 100% correct.
Yes. And with that integrity, you're supposed to put out what to the public, Iraq?
You're supposed to put out the true,
Mm-hmm.
unbiased facts. You
Yep.
can't be. I've never seen a news reporter in history say, "Well, you know what? There's been a shooting down on South Street in Philadelphia, and we know who the murderers are." They always say the suspected shooters. They never say because they're not allowed to have an opinion. A journalist is not allowed to have an opinion. I mean,
It,
unless you've been watching other newscasts that I don't know about, I've never seen a journalist have an opinion.
yes,
They're just
exactly.
supposed to report the fucking news. That's it.
And for some reason, the gaming media seems to do the exact opposite. The gaming media, first of all, they for some reason they take shit personally, right? And when you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just report the facts. Tell me about the game. Tell me what Todd Howard said in these interviews, and leave it at that. But to make these articles and saying stuff like Starfield is doomed to fail, which no, it's not. There, look, next year, all these institutions are going to have eggs on their face, man. Because when they play the game and the game becomes a number one hit, and people like me are still going to buy the game, even though it's on Game Pass, and then the others who aren't, they're still going to play it. So when the game, look, I guarantee you Starfield's going to be like Halo, a 20 million players in a month type situation, right? Because it's Bethesda, and it's their first new IP in 25 years. There's a reason why Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond literally said Sunday, the biggest RPG in 20 years, because they know the impact Bethesda has. Bethesda to RPGs is what Rockstar is to the GTA sandbox style games.
Yep.
When those games hit, developers in the gaming world copy them. Because I mean, look, I remember after GTA 3 hit Iraq, every game tried to be like that. Even The Simpsons had the GTA ripoff.
It was Saints Row.
Yeah.
There was
Hmm. Like
uh, true true
sleeping dogs.
yeah, Sleeping Dogs. All great games. True Crime, Streets of L.A. But
Yep.
Rockstar set the template, and Bethesda is setting the template for RPGs. And
Yep.
and and again and again, this is why I called out Broken Games HD, and I'll continue calling him out because he's a clown. Dreamcast guy's a clown. All of these writers are they're emotionally involved. They can't stand that PlayStation isn't getting no shine. Just look at the show 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Xbox showed over 30 games, at least 10 of which that I completely slept on
Yeah.
because they were showing things too fast.
Yeah.
And then when I
Exactly.
rewatched the show, I was like, wow, this looks awesome.
Yeah.
Their
I
show over there at PlayStation, they showed them a bunch of multiplats, a bunch of stuff. They showed our multiplats for us, and then they
Mm-hmm.
showed them a remaster of Spider-Man going to PC. So they're pissed. The media is pissed. These PlayStation fans who write for IGN, they're pissed. Colin Moriarty is pissed. The guys at PC Gamer is pissed. If you're writing for PC Gaming, why are you throwing shade at Starfield? You're gonna play it on PC, right? Why
Exactly.
why are you throwing shade at something you gonna play? These guys they hate. This is how you know unlimited production. That Xbox is killing it
Hmm.
because people can't stop talking about Xbox.
Bingo. Yep.
People they could talk all they want about. Well, what about what do you got to compete with Spider Man? What do you got to compete with The Last of Us? What do you got to compete with God of War? What is everybody talking about right now? Starfield.
Starfield. Yeah.
Eh, we're done.
Yep.
Thanks for showing up, everybody.
Exactly.
Thanks for showing up.
Yep.
What is everybody talking about? They're talking about Starfield. That's
Hmm.
letting you know who has the biggest dick in the room. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Look, y'all can be mad at me and Unlimited all y'all want. It is what it is, man. Just buy Xbox, get Game Pass, and move on, or don't. But this,
Yeah, but to keep
I never
doing
seen nothing
this.
like this.
Oh, go ahead, Europe.
Yeah, I've never seen nothing like this. It's
No,
like
no, no. I haven't either. I mean,
y'all
3 days.
hate
These last
Xbox.
3 days. These last 3 days. They to say that they hate Xbox is the understatement. Erod. They got a personal vendetta against
A
Xbox. I,
personal fucking vendetta.
look, man. I'm ready to check Phil Spencer's background, make sure he didn't murder people before he joined Microsoft or something. Because this ain't healthy. This ain't healthy to hate Xbox this month. The only company, by the way, that gave us anything for a summer showcase, I mean, of the big three console makers, and like Jay Dizzle said, ain't nothing touching Starfield. Exactly. Look, as much as ponies love to throw the narrative of what does Xbox have to compete with God of War, Spider Man? What do they have that's even close to Starfield?
Nothing because they don't
No,
make those type of games. They've
no.
locked like we tried to like in your great video you made a couple of days ago
Mhm.
and my follow-up video that I piggybacked off of your video, they they have pigeonholed themselves into a genre. They're locked
Yeah.
into that genre. The third person over the shoulder action adventure game. They're locked into that. That is your fault. This
Hmm.
Sony's locked into that genre because you morons, you BG Broken Games HD, you Kid Smooth, you Zaire, Next Gen 720, y'all told them that that's all y'all want.
Yeah.
They tried to get Starfield, as Channel said, they tried to money hat Starfield until Microsoft stepped in.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Yo, man, they hating on Starfield.
Yeah.
They hate Hideo Kojima now because he's making a game
That's
for.
right.
Yeah,
They
he
even
fucking.
hate Persona now.
Oh my God, they hate Persona because apparently all of them are coming to Xbox on Game Pass. We'll play them for free to see how
Hmm.
overrated, crazy they are. You
Yep.
know, it's just like yo, the PlayStation community and the media have been crazy before.
Yeah.
We've seen it, but this is a whole new level of
Yeah.
crazy.
And
Y'all,
and and
y'all doubting Bethesda, who
yes.
has they got one game that people complained about, which was Fallout
uh,
76,
and
and it
that was
still sold millions of
yeah.
copies.
Not only did it sell millions, Iraq. I mean, there's a reason why they're doing an update because it eventually became successful when they made the changes, and they were just trying. Look, and Todd Howard said when they released it back in 2018 or whenever it came out, they were just doing something different because the audience for the longest wanted a Fallout with co-op, and then when it released, it turned out they didn't want that shit, and so now they made it more single player, where there's a lot of single player content in it now. So if you just want to play it by yourself, you can now instead of it being with others. And like Jay Dizzle's here say, they show 30 to 40 games, and fools talking about I didn't see. Yes, exactly, Jay Dizzle. If you saw that showcase, and I'm calling out David Gaffrey on this, who said Xbox showcase shit the bed. Don't think I didn't see that bullshit. If you see 30 to 40 games and none of them caught your interest, this hobby ain't for you. I'm sorry. We could talk about opinions, and I'm not bashing nobody's opinion. What I'm bashing is the fact that the same people who was pissed that Xbox didn't have release dates and gameplay are still pissed when Xbox gave them release dates and
Exactly.
gameplay. E-Rock.
Exactly. And you know what, man? I have a little bit of respect for David Jaffe for who he is in the community. But since he said that, it's like, I got to call him out too. Jay Dizzle, they lied to themselves, and I'll tell you why
Mhm.
they lied to themselves. You didn't find that sword fighting game, Dakara, interesting. You didn't find that Japanese sword fighting game coming from Team Ninja interesting.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
You didn't
Out of here.
find Ravenlock interesting. You didn't find what was you didn't find Forza interesting. You didn't find, I mean, shit. You didn't even find something like the last case of a Benedict Curse interesting. You didn't find Wu
Exactly.
Long. You didn't find Wu Long interesting.
Yeah,
Y'all love that Japanese
exactly.
stuff. So to say that none of it was interesting, again, this hobby, if this hobby ain't for you, that's okay. Just move on. But you don't need to fucking ruin it for other people. You know what I'm saying? And that's my issue here. It's like with Starfield, the gaming media in particular, for some reason, does not want people excited, which is funny because it's failing. Because listen to this, Erock. Um, Jeff Keighley, he did a poll after this show. You know what the Xbox show got from most of the watchers, right?
What's
An
that?
A. An A.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And the
Wow.
second most was B. So the general audience liked it. And you know what I showed you the one in the chat with a Dreamcast guy.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, he
That was
tried.
hilarious.
You know he tried. You know he
Mm-hmm.
tried.
Mm-hmm.
He thought people were gonna come in and say, yeah, Starfield looks like trash. But no. The only people who think that is your inner circle and PlayStation dudes who are never gonna like it. General, that's why I say they out of touch, right? That's why I say they're out of touch. And we're going to wrap it up shortly because I just got a text from my dad to
Mm-hmm.
call him. But
Yeah.
yeah, but that's why I say they're out of touch, Iraq, because uh, um, if the gaming audience like it and you're trying to push in their mind not to like it, that's not going to work because unlike Twitter, as Chappelle said, Twitter ain't real. Twitter ain't
Exactly.
real, man. So if you think that circle jerk of people on Twitter who's always responding to your bullshit, who's always liking, yeah, that sure was trash. When you log off, guess what happened? The gamers who saw that, they saw a bunch of games they can't wait to play, and that's the majority of us. All right,
They
and real,
it's
yeah,
they
go ahead.
are they are mad because Sony showed nothing and Xbox showed everything, and they're
Mhm.
mad. And that's all it is, and that's all it can be. When a
Yeah.
company shows 30 games, uh, a bunch of quality, a bunch of diversity, they're just mad, and they're so transparent now, and it's hilarious. But y'all can't ruin this for the rest of us. Y'all can't ruin this for the rest of us. PlayStation, you guys lost this generation,
Oh
and
yes, yes,
they
yes.
can't take it. Unlimited production.
No, 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 not at all. And you know, and it's funny. And like Jay Dizzle said, he can't wait for the game to hit Game Pass in the next 12 months. We eating good while the ponies are tweeting about a 9-year-old remake. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Look, there's no argument they have that could combat anything. Cause what are you gonna say? Oh, we got The Last of Us. So you played that in 2013 and 2015. We got a new IP, something y'all been begging for. And we got the biggest RPG in the last fucking 2 decades.
Jay Dizzle, not to hold shit up, but like here's how you know they all lie to themselves. That Japanese game from Team Ninja, Wolong,
Yeah.
Fallen Dynasty, that's
Hmm.
some shit that's in their wheelhouse,
Yeah.
and they didn't find it interesting. Bullshit, liars,
Yeah, exactly. It-
liars.
yeah.
Because I know y'all. That's some shit y'all would have been rubbing in our face just a year ago.
Yeah. It's funny. They got nothing to rub in our face anymore except for the exclusives. And as somebody who got a free PS5, I'm telling you, when I say they're overrated, I'm not being a fanboy. I'm not lying to you. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm saying this as a person who played games all my life. Them PlayStation games, especially games like Horizon and God of War 2018, are so unbearably boring that I call them the Oscar bait of gaming, Erock, where they're not made for us gamers. They made for the reviewers so that at the end of the year they could get those pointless awards. And
Mm-hmm.
and, and so before we wrap it up and I get your final thoughts on this Starfield situation, look, we're what we're doing here is what we gonna do, man. We're gonna call out the BS and then get back to real life. But Starfield is gonna prove everybody wrong next year when it's gonna be the and watch Iraq. They're gonna talk about it even. You think it's crazy now? Watch as we get closer to release date next year, whenever whether it's January, February, March, or whenever. It's gonna be crazy. And then when we post our gameplay, and they got to watch it on YouTube. Hey, nothing beats that because nothing beats Xbox, nothing beats gameplay, and nothing beats the company that owns two of the biggest publishers in the world. So Xbox or E-Rock, let me get your final thoughts, and then we're gonna close it out.
I'm excited for Starfield. I can't wait. But in the
Mhm.
meantime, we got so much other stuff to play coming to Game Pass. It's ridiculous. And
Right.
that's why they're mad at us.
Yeah.
They're going to stay being mad. Looks like Sega Man said so eloquently. It must be miserable over there at PlayStation that all y'all do is y'all live in this vacuum of just anger and tweeting every day. Man,
Mhm.
I'm glad I'm not over there. I want to be happy. I want to game. I want to
Yeah.
enjoy life. Who wants to be around a bunch of miserable assholes,
Exactly.
angry because your little fucking Japanese box is becoming irrelevant?
Oh well. Oh well, that's life. And with that, everybody, thank you for joining and Channel and Jay Dizzle. Excellent comments as always. But this was just something short. We're not a full show, nothing. I just want to talk to this about E-Rock because it's just been a lot of craziness. And even when I'm busy, the truth got to come out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're here for. So everybody, enjoy your the rest of your week. We'll be back later this month with the Exiled podcast, and whenever the truth is needed. So, and with that, we are out.